fantasy, I'd like to be fed. Give me a romance in only one bed. Fighting or flirting, a sweet little treat. Reading or watching our picks of the week.
It's K-drama time.
Lovely.
It's been a little while. So, if you are on Netflix and you have even watched one K-drama, I am sure you have a recommended one on your little roster called Boyfriend on Demand.
I was looking at the pictures of this. I'm gonna look this up. Continue.
Okay, so one,
Aw.
this is actually a deeper examination of modern dating, and some tropes that I didn't expect. So I was pleasantly surprised. Just a caveat, I rarely finish K-dramas.
Yeah.
I love them, but I can make it to about 8 or 10 episodes before I'm like, okay, the rest is filler. I finished this one. Straight through. It took me a day and a half.
Whoa.
And partially because it's only 10 episodes, so I think it's
nice.
it's compact. If you are a Blackpink fan, Jisoo is the main heroine. And I'm going to murder his name, so I'll put it in the show notes. But the main dude, the love interest in this one, there's several, but the main one.
Whoa, excuse me?
He is the main lead from Doom at Your Service, which is one of my all-time favorite ones.
Yeah.
So when I saw his name on that, I'm like, oh yes, I'll be watching the entire show. So the premise of this is our heroine is a webtoon producer, and she's very good at her job, but she is kind of not introverted, but she's reserved and kind of a little not quite antisocial, but over people. She doesn't do work dinners. She just does her job and goes home.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. And so we kind of learned through the first couple episodes that she's a little bit socially walled off, especially from dating, because she had kind of a traumatic college relationship breakup. So she met her boyfriend in college, they lived together, moved in together, and then they broke up after she was working. And you get bits and pieces of their relationship through the first episodes. What was refreshing is that he is not villainized.
Oh, that's nice.
And so he kind of serves to show what her current relationship problems are. Flash forward to subplot, there's a problematic webtoon artist, writer, who she has to manage. And she's in competition with another webtoon producer, whose name I can't remember, who's my guy from Doom at Your Service. He is, our male lead romantic interest is not what you would expect from a typical K-drama. He's kind of nerdy, kind of shy, reserved, doesn't have a lot of screen time in the first 6 episodes. And you're like, when the fuck does he show up? Well,
who knows?
As a product of being a successful webtoon producer, this company approaches her and says, hey, we have this product called Boyfriend on Demand. And it is a virtual reality setup where you put a little headband on and it kind of knocks you into a coma dream state. And you get to go on dates with virtual boyfriends. It's any boyfriend you want from any K-drama trope. So you have your rich CEO, you have your doctor, your lawyer, your college sweetheart.
I love this.
And this show takes every single K-drama trope from all of those romances and throws them into each episode. So our girl, she goes into it and her first virtual date is with the CEO. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? This is the cheesiest shit I've ever seen. And so she's taking notes of how do I make this better? Because she's doing a product review. She's not really doing it as a dating thing. But as she starts getting into it, she's like, oh, this is way better than modern dating.
I get it.
And it turns into a commentary on escapism and the way people are falling in love with AI chatbots because it's safer. And you, through her interactions with the virtual boyfriends, she kind of self-examines and sees where she's actually oh, maybe I'm at fault, or maybe I'm wrong, or maybe this is an escape mechanism. And then you get to, this is the cutest part. So a bit of a spoiler, if you plan to watch this and you don't like spoilers, she gets to her next customized virtual boyfriend. Because there's an option in the show where okay, here's all the pre-designed ones. If you fill out this questionnaire, then we'll make you a virtual boyfriend exactly like what you want.
Oh, dog.
She shows up into her virtual land and it turns out to look exactly like her coworker.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? Dog, no. Knock me outside.
So as she meets her like custom boyfriend, she starts interacting more. She's kind of got like a competitive, almost enemies relationship with her coworker, but she starts noticing extreme similarities between virtual boyfriend and like almost real boyfriend. My guy has had it bad for her the entire time, but he's so shy and reserved, he hasn't been able to figure out how to like approach her.
Love.
But you also get like that actor playing like the bad boy motorcycle rider in the virtual land and like the reserved, shy kind of artist type in the real land. It's so cute. And it's also a great like commentary on like avoidant personality types and relationships because she's like an avoidant relationship style. And it's basically addressing her absolute terror about being rejected again. That's like her underlying motive. And so like, oh, a virtual boyfriend can't reject you. And then it starts to get like Black Mirror-esque in the sense that like as she gets to the end of her subscription, because it requires a subscription, the boyfriends get more needy and clingy and like validate her feelings like, why would you leave us right now? Like we're almost where we need to be.
Damn, capitalism.
Yeah.
Ruining my daydream.
It's marketed as like a fun kind of like rom-com dating show, but there's some deeper themes in there about like, okay, how is modern dating actually treating people? And how do people like recover from traumatic breakups? And then you have a cute love story. And probably one of the best miscommunication tropes I've seen done, like most realistic.
I feel like that's like saying something coming from you and all of the like K-dramas and books that you like, that's...
Okay, because another spoiler, the dude, the actual love interest, after they get together, he finds her headset, puts it on, and meets himself. And so he's like, obviously, that's what sparks the whole kind of miscommunication.
That's fair. I feel like that's a valid thing to feel uncomfy about. I don't know if this is going to trigger you at all, but as you were talking, the only thing I could think of was Meet Me in Dreamland, the Hermione fanfic. I feel like that's a very similar premise.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, that's a distract for me now.
For you to know.
Meet Me in Dreamland readers, if you want a written version. If you want some similar K-dramas.
I threw you off so bad. I'm
oh
so
my
sorry.
God, I can't.
I should have waited till the end.
I'm a little warm now. Okay, similar K-dramas, if you want to explore this genre. Business Proposal is probably the lightest one that's on Netflix. It's typical rom-com, CEO falls in love with, whatever.
Love.
Easy. Doom at Your Service if you end up loving the main actor in this show. So delicious.
That was not what I was expecting. I love that. Girl, go off.
And then I would say Marry My Husband is pretty popular. You can find that on Amazon Prime. And then Her Private Life is another good rom-com that's available on Netflix.
You got like all the good recommendations. I saw Marry My Husband out in the wild.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, I don't know if I was on Amazon or like I got like an ad for it on my phone or something. And I was like, I know what this is. Jordan told me about this one.
So there's already been like a Japanese remake of Marry My Husband.
Oh, interesting.
It's got a far more serious tone to it. It's still equally good, just slightly different. Sidebar. Anyway,
love that.
The Boyfriend on Demand.
From Jordan Shelf, seen
Netflix?
Netflix to yours.
See you on the next thing. Things. What are we doing?
Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Like and subscribe to us on YouTube or Patreon at Not Another Heroine to support our growing library and get access to exclusive bonus content.
Ready for the next page? We post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.